Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Halifatul Zara. I'm from 8.1 and my absent is 13. Today I want to explain about material of social, namely the arrival of Europe to the Nusantara region. So, the background and motivation the arrival of Europe to the Nusantara region, which later became known as Indonesia, was initially driven by several main factors, often referred to as the 3G slogan. 1. Gold. Europe needs the abundant spice in the Nusantara, such as clove, nutmeg, and pepper, for medicine, food, preservative, and cooking spice. These spices were very expensive in Europe, so the spice trade became the main attraction. 2. Glory. Europe had the ambition to expand their territory and influence, as well as to show their maritime and military superiority. 3. Gospel. There was also a mission to spread Christianity throughout the world, which was one of the goals of ocean exploration. In addition, the fall of Constantinople to the Ottoman Empire in 1453 also blocked the spice trade route by land, forcing Europe to seek new sea routes. Europe nation would come in Indonesia. 1. Portuguese in 16th century. The Portuguese were the first Europe to arrive in the archipelago after successfully conquering Malacca in 1411 under the leadership of Alfonso de Albuquerque. They then established trade relations with the Ternate Kingdom in Maluku to obtain spice. The Portuguese built a fort and monopolized trade there, often engaging in conflict with local kingdoms. 2. Spanish in 16th century. 3. Netherlands. In late 16th century, the Netherlands became the largest and longest-serving colonial power in Indonesia. The first Dutch voyage was led by Cornelis de Houtman, who arrived in Banten in 1596, although their initial goal was only to trade. Competition between Dutch trade themselves encouraged the formation of the VOC, or the East Indies Trading Company, in 1602. The VOC was given the right to monopolize trade, print money, form an army, and even make agreements with local kings, which marked the beginning of systematic colonization by the Dutch. The VOC center was then moved to Batavia, now Jakarta, by Jan Pieterszoon Koon. For England, early 19th century, England briefly took over power in the archipelago when the Netherlands was occupied by France during the Napoleonic Wars. The British government in Indonesia was led by Thomas Stamford Raffles, who made several changes, such as the elimination of forced labor and the implementation of a land rental system. However, British rule did not last long and was returned to the Dutch after the Congress of Vienna in 1814. Impact of the arrival of colonization, the arrival of Europe in Indonesian. 1. Economy. Monopoly of the spice trade, exploitation of natural resources, and the implementation of the forced cultivation system, all culture style, and the forced labor system, which were very detrimental to the Indonesian people. 2. Politics. loss of sovereignty of local kingdoms, the formation of a centralized colonial government, and change in the administrative system. 3. Social culture. Introduction of Western culture, the spread of Christianity, the emergence of social stratification based on race, and discrimination education. 5. Education. The Netherlands government have a lot of influence on the education sector. The following are the impact in the education sector are the Western style teaching throughout Europe education among the aristocratic groups such as kings' families or rich businessmen. So that's all for me. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.